Authorities in Flagler County, Florida, have arrested a 39-year-old man by the name of Nicholas Carter in a disturbing case of child neglect, marking the second time in recent years that he faced such charges. This arrest followed an alarming incident on Friday, September the 27th of 2024 that exposed the squalid living conditions of his 5 children and what they endured. I'm Tyler, and this is your daily dose of crime.
Did y'all see a little kid walking around here?
Okay, the reckoning's working. Oh, no.
We got a call about a kid walking around in the road or something or other.
Must have been my son.
Where's he
A
at?
couple minutes. He's inside.
I see him?
Yep.
Is there a reason he's walking around unattended?
No, he had gotten outside. I was letting the garage door air out. He woke up and walked out, and that's where I had initially found him to bring him back in. Hello. That would be this little guy.
Okay. Is there child locks in the garage or?
Not on the door that goes out. No, I have the child locks basically on this one, so they can't make it outside from this one.
How many kids are in
So
the
that
house?
was legit just my bad for not realizing he had woken up, and he looks out there for me because I usually hang out in the garage.
How many kids are in the house?
I don't.
5? Are they all yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just you that watches them?
No, it's me and whoever's home for me, my roommate, and mama.
Okay. Do you know?
And the 2 oldest.
Okay. Do you know how long he was walking around outside?
Not even like a few minutes, if anything, but he'll venture out to, as far as the end of the driveway and back.
Okay. Yeah. We got a call. Someone saw him walking around.
It's probably the same exact time as I found him to bring him in.
Do you have any? What's your name?
Nicholas Carter? I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, I hope nobody saw you out here, bud, because you don't get me in trouble.
Nicholas with the
Nicholas.
Middle initial?
R.
Carter, C-A-R-T?
E-R.
Okay. Is your license out of Florida? Or
Yes.
Okay. Date of birth?
8/22/1985.
85?
Yep.
Okay.
You all excited?
What's the child's name?
Eric.
That's E.
E-R-I-C.
Okay. And his last name?
Carter.
Same last name, okay. What's that child's name?
That one is Laura Carter.
Laura?
Yeah.
Okay. How old roughly is Eric?
He's 2. She's 4.
Okay.
2, 4, 7.
So
15, 16
what's the 7-year-old's name?
Aiden.
It's A-Y or A-I?
A-I-D-E-N.
Carter?
Yep.
And how old? He's 7 or she?
7.
7 male?
Male. Yeah.
Okay. I see you got some stuff laying about on the ground. You mind if I look inside there and make sure it's all good for the kids?
Yeah, I mean, it might be a little dirty at the moment, but should be basically toys. Turned 8. That's right.
You're responsible for the kids?
Yes. Will you guys wait, please? Wait. Yes, I know the Nine-Tails Fox thing.
What is that, looks like there's a liquid on the ground. Is that dog urine?
Looks like water.
Water?
Yeah, because I got a water bottle right there.
And what about all the way down there? It's a little sticky, wet looking stuff. Is that water too?
That might be from her. It might be oil.
Yeah.
They had an oil spill. I got to get my floors mopped up today. Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Go.
All right. I'll be right back.
The trouble began when a 2-year-old child that was unsupervised had climbed into a grocery delivery woman's car and later wandered back and forth across Barley Lane, drawing the concern of the delivery driver. Unable to get any information out of the toddler, she promptly called 911. By the time the deputies from the Flagler County Sheriff's Office arrived, the situation had only grown more troubling.
There's another adult here?
Yes,
Where are they at?
He's back in his room with my son right now.
Okay. And who is he to you?
Hmm?
What's the relation? Roommate?
Yeah.
Okay. How many kids live here?
There's 5 here.
Are they all your kids or?
Yes.
Okay. How old are they?
We go from 2 all the way up to 16.
2 to 16?
2, 4, 8, 4, or 15, and 16.
Okay. Where's the the mother of the kids at?
Work right now.
Work? Oh, but she lives here too?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was trying to check. I know he kind of walked around, but could we see all the kids?
Yeah.
When officers reached Carter's residence at 7 Barley Lane, he opened the door, admitting that his toddler had been outside unsupervised. Carter claimed he had briefly left the garage door open while inside of the house, insisting that the child could not have been unattended for more than 5 minutes. Deputies who were already familiar with Carter's history had asked to inspect the home, and Carter reluctantly consented.
2 of the 5.
Okay.
But I have names and claim on all but 1.
Okay. Okay.
I missed that. What's the relationship here?
I have names and claims on all but 1.
Inside, please, sir.
So they're all related to you by blood?
No, only 2 technically are.
2 for your stepchildren?
So 3 would technically be stepchildren.
And then 2 are related to
2
you?
of them
Which
have,
3 are the
2 of them
stepkids?
have my last name, so I'm on the birth certificate as the father.
Which 3 are the stepkids?
That would be Aiden, the 8-year-old, Eric, the youngest, and then Michaela, the oldest.
And where are their birth fathers at? Just out in the ether?
You got better chance of getting that info off of Mama.
I was just curious, that's all.
I don't even know if she does.
Okay.
So how did it go about that we're ended up here because the child
Because
unattended and walking up to random car trying to get in?
he woke up to me having a garage door open, trying to air out my garage. He likes to go out there, like I said to this gentleman, because I usually hang out either there or my back porch to smoke my cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you when he walked out?
When he walked out initially, I was probably in the room with Uncle, because we were in the back. Sitting,
How were you alerted? How were you alerted to him being outside?
I came out, looked, didn't find him in the bed, came out here, looked right off it.
And how long did it take before you found him?
Not even 5 minutes.
Not even 5 minutes. I mean, 5 minutes is a long time for an 8-year-old to
Like
be out.
me in general, when I went to go see him, not on that. Like,
2?
2 minutes or so, give or take, from there to out here. It's like the first place I checked.
And where was he when you came out here?
Walking his way from like right here. So I mean, I don't doubt that he went out there, but
He almost got into a stranger's car.
Yeah, he opens the garage door, no problem.
No. He attempted to get into a stranger's car.
Stranger's car.
Yeah, they called. They called about a 2-year-old trying to get in their vehicle. So had that not been a concerned citizen, and had that been some pedo up the street, you'd be fucked.
Yeah.
And so would that kid.
Can he swim?
He hasn't been caught yet.
Okay.
Not he's the 2-year-old.
Where was he napping at that you said? You say he was napping?
He was napping in
Where?
My room originally.
That's the
Up on the
room on the
bed.
right over
Yeah,
there?
up on the bed.
Does he have a crib or anything? Or
No crib.
and you said the garage door is not child locked.
No, the garage door is not, but apparently I'm getting ready to install the motion monitor I got out here, so I know.
Do you have an alarm system on the residence?
No.
Do you have cameras set up?
I'd have to set all that up myself. That's why the next device I can put in for that would be the motion detector. And
Yeah.
Is this your car?
helps, yes.
Do they see the doctor regularly? And
Yes.
you take them in this car?
Yes. This one or the mama's car.
Where's the child restraint?
Child seat. Seats?
Yeah. You don't keep them in the car? Why?
Because it depends on it. It's going to be me and mama having them for the day.
Can I see him?
Yep. That's the one I got for little man, and we're on a booster seat for Laura.
Okay, that works.
You have 2 younger than 5, right?
Yeah.
Where's the
seat for the other one?
a booster seat? Okay.
Booster.
So you got pocket knives. Do you mind if we take them out of your pocket?
If you want to.
Just because I don't want you to be mad at me. You know what I mean?
Back pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, back pocket right here. if that's the case.
No guns in. Are there guns in the house?
It's not a gun. It's just.
I'm asking. Are there any guns in the house?
If my roommate still has his, then there would be his.
Does he keep it locked up in a way? Or
Yeah, I don't even know where the heck the guy keeps the thing.
Does he have a safe?
Not sure. He's got the rifle case, I guess, worst case scenario if he doesn't have anything else.
Or is it right there?
Yeah.
Is it locked? Is there a gun lock on it?
Not right now, no.
Is there a rifle in there?
No, there's nothing in it.
You mind if we talk to your roommate?
Yep.
What deputies would discover was nothing short of appalling. The house reeked of feces, urine, and mold. Large piles of fecal matter lay scattered all throughout, and garbage was strewn across rooms, with flies and cockroaches infesting the kitchen where dirty dishes and rotting food piled up. Sharp objects, including knives, lay in easy reach of the young children, and the master bedroom, where Carter admitted all 5 children slept, was littered with trash, urine stains, and filthy clothing. The room had no proper sleeping arrangements other than some blankets on the floor.
Hey, they're still here.
You mind if I talk to you alone real quick, boss? What's your name?
My name's Aaron.
Aaron?
Yes, sir.
Aaron what?
Aaron Total Flames. It's a hyphenated last name.
You wouldn't have your ID in your pocket. No knives on you, pocket knives or otherwise?
No.
You have a notebook? I left mine in the car. No. Where were you at when Mr. Eric got out earlier?
When did he get out?
Huh?
When did he get
Well, how long have you been home?
I've been home. What time is it?
It's 7:23.
Yeah, I've been home about like 6, so
Since 6, probably about an hour and a half then.
so I've just been back in my room. chilling.
Okay. How often are you guys cleaning up the house?
It gets cleaned and then it gets thrashed, but I've done my fair.
Well, I'm asking, not you specifically, but how often is the house cleaned up?
It gets
Because looking at this house, it hasn't been cleaned up in at least 2 or 3 days. Being generous.
being generous. Usually it gets to that point, but it was supposed to be, to my knowledge, because I was not supposed to be home today. I was supposed to be at work. But
I'm not asking. I understand it's not your responsibility.
It's like it gets 2 to 3 days.
Every 2 to 3 days is cleaned up.
It gets picked up, but usually it'll be easier.
Is it the dog and cat that belongs to Mr. Carter? Or is it your dog and cat?
No. The cat is the girl's. The dog's is his.
Okay.
So.
And there's fecal matter and urine scattered about the house. That's cleaned up every 2 to 3 days?
Usually when we see that, it's supposed to be picked up. So if there was any done today, that should have been done today. But as soon as I see them, I'll pick it up when I walk through. I already walk through the house because the dog don't like me.
How long have you been staying here?
With them, gone, I think 2 years now.
2 years? Now, I understand none of these kids are yours, right?
No.
Okay. So, outside looking in, obviously this is not your responsibility, you're not the parent. Outside looking in, how would you describe the living conditions here? If you were to just walk into this house, just like we did, never having been here before, seeing urine, fecal matter, roaches, food on the ground, oils, weird smells, kids with cavities, kids wandering about, how would you describe those living conditions? As a reasonable, prudent person.
Frowned upon?
Not too well, right?
Not really.
Why are the kids living in these conditions?
If I had a straight answer to why there is not a dynamic, I would, but I don't. I can see parents that don't get together, that don't get along. So off rip is kind of a tension.
Do they not get along?
Not as of lately, no.
But they still share a room and share a bed and stuff like that? Just
Yes.
kind of arguing here and there?
Are they married?
No, they're not married. She works, out of the pair, she works the most. So he's the one home the most.
What does he do for work?
He is a maintenance guy for McDonald's, but she is a department manager, and now she is getting promoted.
At McDonald's?
Yes, but she's across town versus he is here.
Okay.
So he has some more days off.
He's what?
He has more days off, and it's home.
Did he work today?
No.
So we're saying it's usually on him to take care of the kids, watch them, feed them, that kind of stuff. More so than her. Okay. How often do you come out of the room and see just dog shit and piss and all that everywhere all over the house? Because I just walking through the gym, I saw at least 4 or 5 different spots where it's clearly happens constantly, and multiple spots where they poop more than once. So
the spots that I general out to, because I don't general out my space that much anymore because of the dog.
so they're aggressive, or
I don't know. It seems to. I have a dislike. So sometimes it's okay, but then most days she's just.
yeah,
You know, she's getting really
I
grumpy.
understand that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get bit or anything.
So I'm like, that's cool. I'm keeping my space.
The garage, which Carter shockingly described as a place his toddler liked to hang out, was equally hazardous. It housed power tools, exposed wiring, sharp objects, a BB gun, and a marijuana smoking pipe, all accessible to the children. Deputies were informed by a 28-year-old roommate that the living conditions were frowned upon and that Carter was primarily responsible for childcare as the mother was seldom home.
Good. He want to go bye-bye right now.
Oh, yeah? All right, so same thing we asked him, you know, obviously, I mean, I've been here a few times, never gone in the house or anything like that, but outside looking in, having never been here before, if this were you coming to this house for the first time, you know, having seen fecal matter, urine.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not done talking.
Okay.
Fecal matter, urine, roaches, discarded food on the ground, garbage, all these inanimate objects that could be hurtful, odors and oils and all this stuff. Outside looking in, how would you describe those living conditions?
Right now, I'm looking a little dirty.
A little dirty. That's a little dirty is you spilled some coffee on the rug. That's more than a little dirty.
You
opened up that door, flies literally came out of that laundry room door.
It's an opinionated thing as far as that would go. On what you would consider dirty, what you wouldn't consider.
What would you consider?
Multiple piles of fecal matter.
I get the fecal matter, and
not only is it multiple piles in multiple locations.
As far as that goes, but that laundry room has been closed since my laundry stuff's been shot.
Be that as it may, the bathroom, the master bedroom, where you say that the kids sleep and you sleep with your girlfriend or whatever it is, right? There's fecal matter in the closet there too.
There's fecal matter on hers that hasn't been cleaned up yet today.
And there's no doors on that.
There's no doors, and there's flies.
Also fecal matter in the open living room area where the kids would wander around and be around.
Playroom. That's the ones from today that just haven't been cleaned up yet.
Why do they not go outside?
The dog does go outside. It's usually those are the piles that end up prior to waking up.
The point being,
waking up, it's 7:30.
Yes.
Did you work today?
No, I told you I didn't work today.
Okay.
I had a bunch of running around to do for things.
So the point being, if it's in one room, maybe one little plop, whatever, like we go to the house all the time, we understand dogs will be dogs, right? But we see fecal matter at several different stages of decomposition throughout the residence, which is disgusting. We see flies all about the residence. I walk in the house, as soon as I walk in, I'm smacked in the face by odors I can't describe. Now, I smell a lot of things every day in law enforcement. That's one of the worst smelling things I've ever smelled walking into a house. I'm telling you, from my training and experience in law enforcement, and I smell dead bodies, that comes pretty close to a dead body. I'm not kidding. So a little dirty is I think an understatement here. And then you have objects all about the floor that could be a danger to children. Like,
which objects?
You have toys and ladders and tools. You have wet spots that can be slipped on. I'm slipping and sliding on with boots walking around the house.
Knives sitting on the counter.
Knives on the counter?
Yes. I saw a large butcher knife sitting right there on the counter amongst all the other.
Should have been probably one of my teenagers leaving it up there after using it.
Additionally, look who a child just walked out of the house. You don't have door lock. You don't have child locks on the house. You don't have an alarm. You don't have cameras. You have no way to monitor or secure this residence. If you're sleeping, if a child wakes up and decides, I'm just going to go for a walk. Does that make sense? Additionally, again, I gotta drive this home. Had this child walked up to some pedophile, they would have taken that child, and you would have not known for at least 5 minutes, like you said. How far can you drive on Belterre in 5 minutes? You can get to 95, and he's out of the county. He's gone forever. We won't know. We know nothing. I imagine nobody here has cameras or Ring cameras. We don't even have a time frame of when he's missing.
And also, he can't swim. And I don't know about specifically in this area, but there's plenty of lakes and bodies of water all over Palm Coast. Okay, all over this section So say he would have wandered around, no one would have been outside, he would have gone to a backyard and slipped in, found a pool or found a body of water. He can't swim. It happens because kids. So for some reason, kids are always attracted to water, and they always jump in there, and it always ends up one way. And 5 minutes of not realizing, at most 5 minutes of not knowing where he was, whether it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever it is, that is a very long time for a kid to.
Because I understand 5 minutes is a long time, but I don't know how long he was.
Yeah, we don't either. We're trying to work on figuring that out, but still, even 30 seconds, bro.
Oh, I know. I'm very serious as far as them getting out of the house thing. That's why we have the dual child lock thing for that door, because that door was the issue. But like I said, this one I usually have closed. So out in the garage isn't like as much of a...
Okay. And he's usually hanging around in here, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I said that. Okay. But
you look around in here,
the point of them coming out into the garage isn't so much the thing for me, because when this thing's closed...
But look around your garage. Is this somewhere you want a 2-year-old to be gallivanting?
Oh, no, nothing. They touch my tools and everything, gosh darn else.
Okay.
All the gosh darn time. Out there or not.
Okay. Well, stand by. We got to talk about some things, and we'll be right back, all right?
Just stand by the end of your car right here for us.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley did not hold back his frustrations, stating 5 children, 3 under the age of 10, living in deplorable conditions with an adult who obviously doesn't care about these children. He emphasized the importance of neighbors and bystanders reporting such concerns, hoping this would prompt long-lasting action.
Don't tense up on me. Stop tensing. Stop tensing.
Okay, I want to know for what.
We'll explain to you.
Can I get the explanation before the cop?
No. Nope.
Why?
You just
people do crazy things.
Just like you just did.
I'm not trying to do crazy things.
You're being detained.
For?
Child neglect.
So what's happening here?
We're still conducting an investigation.
Do I get mama to come home or what?
We'll work on that. We have to call a lot of people now. DCF and your mother and your roommate has to watch the kids for a little bit.
I can't go explain everything to them?
No, not right now.
What leads to the full detaining here?
I'm sorry?
I said what's leading to this fully here?
What's leading to this?
Yes.
The culmination of the investigation we've conducted at this point. So tell you the circumstances, okay? So right now we have a child unattended for several minutes, okay? At which point you were completely unaware that that's already putting them at risk. You know you have 5 children, so you know how children work. You have children as old as 15, okay? So you should know to have child locks and safety things in place to prevent children from getting outside or injury. Okay, you don't have any child lock on a garage door.
I can't afford all that right now because I'm living.
I'm explaining to you exactly everything we observed. You know to child lock the front door, but you didn't child lock the garage door. Garage also
because
has.
The garage had never been an issue with anybody saying anything about it.
Can I finish talking? You have children, so you know how children move. You know how children are. You know what happens when they grow up and they eventually learn how to open doors. Okay. First of all, your garage already is a safety hazard, as is with all the stuff you have dispute about, which is fine. That's how garages are. But still, you have nothing put in place to prevent the child from getting in that garage. On top of that, you left the outside garage door open. At which point, you were completely unaware that the child exited the residence and was outside for several minutes without your knowledge, and you only located him walking back inside on his own accord. Okay, on top of that, the living conditions inside are deplorable. There's feces everywhere. It's food, there's spewed about, there's oils, there's urine, things that are clearly older than just a day, clearly just waking up. Okay?
They're like, I told you, 2 days old at most here.
That does not look 2 days old, respectfully.
2 days old at most. I told you the only thing that is not 2 days old at most.
Okay, I'm just explaining to what we observed as far as you asked what led to this. Okay?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So with that being said, because you're on handcuffed, we're going to read your rights or waive your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say may be presented against you. You have the right to talk to an attorney and him or her with you now or anytime during questioning. You can afford an attorney. One will be appointed to represent you. If at any time you wish to stop talking to attorney present, all questions stop your requests. Do you understand these rights?
Yep.
So we'll talk to you a little bit more. I gotta go talk to your roommate. That's what you want to talk to him. Just turn the camera on. Yeah. I'll get the AC blowing for you in a minute. Give me a second.
I'm going all the way in?
Yeah. And I imagine having 5 kids is a lot and it's hard and all that, but
I mean, it's all that it comes down to for the most part. I lost him for like a matter of couple seconds. I get that's all it takes, but it's not an easy thing to sit there and make sure you're doing everything for all of them all the time.
Yeah, it's hard to, but that's your job as the parent.
And I know, and I'm working on it, and we've been working on it since, you know, the conditions over at 72. We've
And,
been
like,
improving
and
trying,
on that
to,
note,
and trying to get everything, you know,
I
up
don't know
to
anything
par
about
with
that
you
case. So I don't know exactly what the conditions were like. I don't know what the house was like.
No,
but you're already aware of a specific.
I get that, but like
or-
I said, they never had mentioned the door or anything else to the garage as far as like anything went for that.
What about cleanliness? General cleanliness. I understand dirty, kids being dirty.
General cleanliness sometimes here and there was an issue. We've been working on it. Like I said, it's just been a couple days since we last picked up. As far as that goes, the laundry room.
And look, if it was just some clothes spewed about, some kids' toys, a couple dishes.
Like I said, I
but
get it.
The
dog's
kitchen
still
from
not
head to toe was covered in dishes. All the counters, there's multiple knives.
Well,
Okay.
the kitchen, the left side's all clean.
Now it
Just-
is. Not
no.
when we first showed up.
Yeah.
When we first showed up, it was not.
Yes, anything on that left side is clean. It's clean, dirty, clean dishes, and then
Taking that outside, the rest of the
anything on the
counters.
right side.
The other 80% of countertop space. And the sink.
And
There's the knives. That's a risk
like
of children.
nothing can be
There's
done for cooking.
there's
I get
feces
the,
in multiple
I get
areas.
the knife things, but like I said, that could have been my teenagers, and I wasn't even aware of it yet.
This arrest is not Carter's first run-in with child neglect accusations. In 2020, both Carter and his wife were charged with similar offenses when authorities found the family living in horrific conditions at a different residence in Espanola. At that time, they had managed to avoid prison by completing a probationary diversion program, leading to charges being dropped. Since January of 2023, deputies have responded to Carter's residence 16 different times, including calls about wandering children and a child suffering a seizure after accidentally ingesting marijuana. Nicholas Carter now faces felony charges of child neglect without great bodily harm and a misdemeanor charge of obstruction without violence. The arrest underscores a pattern of neglect, raising serious questions about the well-being of the children, with hopes that this time, long-lasting measures will be taken to protect them.